There is something strangely satisfying about a piece of tech that looks like it belongs in a mid-century living room, but hides a modern brain inside. This wood-cased unit from Lemega is one of those rare finds that manages to bridge the gap between old-school charm and the messy world of streaming. It is not just a radio. It is a surprisingly heavy, solid piece of kit that feels like it was built to last, which is a nice change of pace from the usual plastic gadgets that feel like they might snap if you look at them wrong. The white oak finish gives it a warm, tactile vibe that makes it look less like a piece of electronics and more like a piece of furniture. Now, the sound is where this thing really makes its case. With a 2.1 system and a dedicated subwoofer tucked away inside, it pushes out 135 watts of power. That is a lot of muscle for a box this size. It handles bass-heavy tracks without turning into a muddy mess, and the EQ settings are actually useful rather than just being there for show. You can tweak the mids and highs to get the vocals sitting exactly where they should be, which is a lifesaver if you're listening to podcasts or talk radio. Speaking of which, the podcast integration is surprisingly slick. It keeps track of where you left off, so you are not constantly scrubbing through a timeline trying to find your spot. The interface is a bit of a mixed bag, though. The 2.8-inch color screen is sharp enough to show off album art and station logos, but navigating through 50 presets can feel a little tedious if you're just using the remote. Thankfully, the OKTIV app makes the whole experience much smoother. It turns your phone into a remote, which is how most people will probably end up using it anyway. It is just easier to manage your Spotify playlists or switch between internet radio stations from a screen you are already holding. It is not perfect, of course. The remote feels a bit like an afterthought compared to the premium build of the main unit, and the setup process for the Wi-Fi can be a little finicky if your router is acting up. But once it is connected, it stays connected. Having a CD player in this day and age feels like a bit of a nostalgic luxury, but for anyone with a stack of discs gathering dust, it is a fantastic way to bring that collection back to life with modern clarity. It is a solid, reliable piece of hardware that does exactly what it promises, without trying to be a jack of all trades. If you want something that sounds big, looks classy, and handles your digital library without a fuss, this is definitely worth a look.
Check out the video description for updated price. And thank you for watching this video.